Hey everyone, thanks for learning to play games. My name is Lance, and in today's video, me and my friend are going to be playing through the updated version of Swords and Sorceries for the Teburu system. This is a brand new game on the Teburu system that is going to introduce Swords and Sorcery to it, and the system itself is going to take care of a lot of the heavy lifting. So for those of you that have played Swords and Sorcery in the past, you know there's a lot of different things going on in that game, and so this system is going to handle a lot of that. For those of you that are unfamiliar with this system, it's a special board that is going to have special tiles that are going to be placed on it that have sensors, and your hero pieces are going to have little sensors on them as well as the dice are going to be special dice that are going to have sensors in them, and as you wake them up and roll them, the system itself is going to recognize what you rolled and is going to apply those results to whatever you're rolling them for. And there's a whole lot of other things as well. The system is going to handle a lot of the heavy lifting and computing, as well as some of the AI for the enemies and discovery of the new locations as you move around the map. And it is also going to have some variety in it. So as you play through your different games, if you've played through a game multiple times, there may be new things or new discoveries that you're going to run into that were not part of your previous game or previous playthrough of that particular system. So there's always new and exciting things that are happening within the game. And this is going to take the original Swords and Sorcery game and place it on there. So if you have backed the previous game or the first game in this series and still have it, there is a conversion upgrade to that so that you don't have to get the exact same components again if you already have them. So in this video, we're going to be playing through this very first scenario and giving you a better idea how the game plays and what you can expect from this one to help you decide whether or not this is one you want to back on Gamefound. As always, if you like my videos, if you like what I do, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can support channels like mine so we continue to grow and build to produce this content. If you want to get notified anytime I drop new videos, hit that notification bell as well, and that'll alert you whenever I drop new stuff. So let's go ahead and head to the table and we'll see what this one's all about. I do also want to point out before moving in that all the materials for the Swords and Sorcery part of this are prototype materials and are subject to change and look a lot better than the final production copy of the game. Alright, so diving into this one, we have handled most of the setup already, and I've linked up our devices, so we're going to go ahead and continue. And I'm going to go ahead and select a new game. Alright, so this is going to tell us how to lay out the board itself. And so we're going to be placing our first tile down, which I've already done. Proceeding from there, it has us placing our smart tile. And once I get close, it's going to have that little check mark on it showing that it has detected it. I have our 4 heroes out. And we have 2 goblins that are going to be going out, a green one and a blue one. And then I also have, it has us placing out the shield, which is where the heroes will respawn if they become ghosts.
Comes to you looking for help, panicking. It's gone! Gone! Last night, someone sneaked into our cathedral and stole Oltulrock's orb. It's not only a valuable artifact, but it also contains incredible magic power. In the wrong hands, it could be used to perform terrible dark rituals. Heroes, you are the only people I can entrust with this task. Recover the orb before it's too late.
All right, and so with this one, I'm going to be using the tablet as my main. This is going to be able to, I'm able to look at the map and all of the different things, and it'll instruct me what's going on here. And then you can have a number of different controllers, and each player could potentially have their own phone as a controller, and so that'll have us continuing on.
You have been wandering for hours in the abandoned catacombs that lie below the city, searching for the spot described by your informant from the Thieves Guild. The corridors are narrow and the air is fetid, but you are confident to be on the right path. Suddenly, a group of gremlins emerge from the door leading to a side chapel. When they see you, they bark some kind of challenge in their guttural tongue and run towards you with their claws ready to strike. Looks like you reached the right place. Now, you must defend yourselves.
All right, so we'll continue from there. And this is going to have us moving into the game. So the time phase is going to adjust any different effects that you have. It's also going to tick down the time for your heroes. So this particular game, we're going to have just 6 rounds to complete this demo. So we'll see how that goes. And then it gives you the statuses of all your different heroes and all that. All right, so from there, then we're moving into the battle phase. So on each player's controller is going to have the different heroes, and the players will get to choose which hero they want to activate and handle. So I'll go ahead and place this up in the corner here. We'll go ahead and turn the volume down a little bit. All right, so moving into the game, we're going to be playing with 2 players, and so we're going to kind of alternate between turns activating the different heroes that we want to. So Zach, you want to start us off choosing one of the heroes to activate?
Okay, Lance. I think I'm going to go ahead and start out with Thorgar, the Paladin, I believe. Go ahead and hit that activate button by holding it.
Okay. So then it moves into Thorgar's turn, and with that, it's going to show all the different cards that Thorgar has access to. And some of the cards are going to be shaded out, which means that he can't use those at this point for one reason or another. It could be that they are suffering from cooldown, so once you use a card, some cards will have a little cooldown icon that will take a number of turns to be able to refresh. Other cards, such as these battle cards, he is out of range currently, so once he decides to move and he's within range of those cards, they'll light up and then he can use those. And each one of the cards, once you click on it, is going to give you a full breakdown of the card, and you can click on the different icons on the card and it'll tell you what some of those do, as well as an outline of each one of the things on there. All right, so Zach, currently, and you also have the 3 stats at the bottom here, so you'll have a number of movement points, a number of attacks, and a number of additional actions or quick actions for your hero.
All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and move Thorgar at this time. And when moving, you'll need to tap in the center space of the tile itself to activate it. I'm going to move one more space again. I'm going to pull my hero out just aside in case another hero decides to come in this area. So I've used one of my movement. I still have my attack and what would be a magic or swift. I believe I'm going to start with... I'm going to go ahead and start with my Protect Sphere. All heroes in your area until time phase. Armor increased by 1. Now that's just going to be for me for right now. I have a good feeling they'll be swinging at me. Alright, so I've used my magic, so now I'm going to use my attack here. I'm going to go with the Battle Hammer. So here it says spend energy to move the target to an adjacent area, or spend 2 energy to apply the prone status to the target. Prone, an enemy's armor and presence are set to 0 at the start of an enemy's next turn. Prone is removed, and the enemy gains muddled, can't use dice, symbols during its turn. So go ahead and use it. Alright, now I'll choose between one of the 2. I'm going to go after the smaller green gremlin here. Select that. I'm going to confirm. Now here with the dice, I'm going to pick them up. You have to wake them up, so I'm going to give them a good shake. And you can see the app has let me know they're both active. I'm going to go ahead and just throw them on the board.
All right, and then there's still 1 to roll, so you'll choose one of those dice to re-roll. All right, so then you have 1 energy to spend, so you can activate Bash. You do not have enough for Prone.
So Bash it is. All right, continue to confirm selection.
All right, so now the enemy's going to roll, and that's done automatically by the game itself, as you can see. So then it's going to resolve that, and Thorgar has killed the Green Goblin, so he's going to be removed. We'll confirm that, and it's going to tell us to update the board. So on the board itself is going to be flashing signal or symbols on there. So if you can see that, it's going to show that the Green Goblin is removed, and then you're going to add a treasure pile to that space. Okay, and then it also has an indicator down here that means that you have to do something on the controller panel, which is letting us know that we need to update the board. All right.
So I've used all my movement, my 1 attack, And my one swifter magic here, so I'm going to end my turn as there's nothing else that Thorgar can do.
All right, so now it's going to activate the enemies that are engaged. So the blue enemy is going to attack. All right, so he's doing 1 damage, and now Thorgar is going to roll his 2 dice for defense.
All right, once again, I'll pick up my dice, give them a shake to activate. I can see both are active now.
And we were successful on the block. All right, so now we're back into the battle phase where we're going to choose another hero to go. All right, so we were able to take down the 1 goblin so far. So I'll go ahead and activate our rogue. And she's going to go ahead and move in there. Okay, so from there, then she is all about movement, so she gets an extra quick action. And so I don't really have anything I want to do with that at the moment, but I am going to go ahead and use my daggers. And with that, I have a choice. I can either use them as a regular, or I can spend one of my quick actions to focus it, which does another damage. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm only going to, the blue goblins left, so now I'm going to go, and I roll my dice. Okay, and I have 1 lightning bolt to spend. I can either add an additional damage, or I can do a lethal, 2, which bypasses his armor if he happens to roll any. Either way is pretty good, but I think I'm going to go with the lethal.
And that's 1 dead blue gremlin.
Gremlin is gone. All right, so again, it's going to tell us to remove the blue gremlin, and we also automatically pick up the treasure pile since there are no enemies in that space anymore. And it tells us on there what we found. So we found 15 crowns. All right, so I do have 1 action remaining, or 1 quick action remaining. I do not have any move actions remaining. But let's go ahead and look through that door. So I'm going to go ahead and move that.
The old chapel is abandoned and in disrepair, covered in dust and cobwebs. From your position, you cannot yet see the entirety of the room, but you freeze immediately when you hear the sounds of a hushed conversation coming from inside. You wait a moment, listening intently, but there is no reaction from the occupants of the room. It seems that whoever is talking isn't yet aware of your presence.
All right, so then it's going to have us placing a new tile. And this is going to be removed for the moment. So this tile will be placed. All right, and now we're placing the new smart tile. There, again, we have that green check, so we're good. And it has us placing a new token out. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and do a dash action to gain an additional movement point. So I'm going to go ahead and move into there.
You peek inside the room, and your attention is immediately captured by the 2 leather-clad men camping in the far corner. They're sitting next to their haversacks and are deep in conversation. You also notice a small altar in the other corner. Despite the thick layer of dust accumulated over it, it still appears to possess a sense of dignity. You are about to take your first step inside when
And with the...
realize that this would be the perfect spot to place a trap.
So this is a good, interesting part here. So the rogue has trap expert. So she is a little bit better at finding traps. So she was able to locate that trap before she moved in. And so now we're going to be rolling dice. So it's going to have her roll 2 dice. And unfortunately, she failed.
There's a thin wire placed in front of the entrance, but you don't notice it until it's too late. You step through it and discover to your horror that it's connected to a bell. The sound echoes in the room, alerting your enemies. They quickly stand up and, drawing their weapons, advance menacingly towards you.
Okay, so now it's going to have us moving this marker over to here. And then we have 2 new enemies. So we're going to have a bandit there and a bandit here. All right. So the board has been updated. And she has used all of her actions. So her turn is over.
Great rogue. Found the trap.
Yep, she did a real good job there. All right, so the blue rogue moved, or the blue bandit moved past her and went straight to Thorgar. So you're going to get your defense.
All right.
Successful block. Nice. All right. And looks like our rogue took a little bit of damage there from the trap as well. So now it's back to us. We can choose another person.
All right. Well, I think the rogue's done enough. We might as well send in the tank here. We're going to send in Carius. All right, so we've got 3 movement, 1 attack, and 1 swift. So we don't like that bandit there. So we're going to bring him in. We'll take a look at what we got here. And we're going to start with a shield bash. Go ahead and use that. Not going to read it all out. Target is selected. 1 die here. One die here. Alright, so we got 1 success there. We're going to confirm or put the prone on. Continue.
All right, so knocks our blue bandit down. He does roll 1 defense, but is still going to take a hit.
And then also, if I'm correct, I think you can click on that icon. It's going to show you what prone actually does there before continuing. So you always see your effects. Let's click back off of that, hit continue. All right, so I still have another attack left because that was a swift. So we are going to go ahead and hit him with a sword. Use that. Confirm. All right, 2 here.
Looks like I only read the 1.
No, we'll try it again.
All right, so you do have 1, so it's just the 1 option.
Yep. Go ahead and confirm that. Oh no, it's going to finish turn.
Oof. Green enemy with some big hits. All right. So he's hitting you with 1 point of damage right away, and then now you're going to get your defense.
All right. There we go, couple shields.
Nice.
Plus my natural armor.
Block the rest. So just the 1 lethal or critical damage, and that was it.
That's right. Not today, nerd.
All right, so back into the battle phase now. So it's just the sorcerer to finish us off, or sorceress. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and move. And now one important thing to point out is that certain spaces with enemies in them are going to have dominance based on if there are a number of enemies equal to or greater than heroes. And so if you want a hero to be able to move out of a space, the heroes have to have control of that space and dominance. So right now I could move her out as I have 2 heroes in here beyond that. But if she was not in there and there was only 1 hero in there, that hero could not move out of there as the enemy is holding that hero in place. All right, so I still do have 1 movement point, so I could move out of there. As she is a magic user, that might be the best option. So I'm going to go ahead and move her on up here. And then, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and do a damage reduction. And this is going to have me choosing the space. I'm going to take my marker and choose this space here. And that's going to select the blue enemy. And that goes off, so now he has a damage reduction on him. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a magic blast. And again, I'm going to choose the space. And I'm confirming the blue guy. And nothing. All right, and I did get a bonus for area dominance, so I got +1 damage, so that was the reason why I was able to do some damage even with the bad roll. So that worked out, and that is everything that she can do. All right, so we got Dirty Blow. The green enemy is going to activate, and he's going after her.
It's a baritone, gravelly voice, pronouncing words that are indecipherable, but undoubtedly bear great arcane power. The ritual has just begun. Make haste.
Okay. All right, so now we're in a new time phase, so time ticks down by 1, and then all of our effects have been taken off as well. All right, so battle phase, and it's back to us. Zach, you've got first selection.
All right, I'll go with Thorgar, my boy here.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and activate. And I think we're going to start with a Divine Smite. If this goes off properly, I'll heal everybody in the area for 1. No, you've moved out, so I don't want to do that. We'll just go ahead and Battle Hammer the 1 left over there. And we're going to put a focus on it. Confirm it. All right, 3 dice. I'll roll my 2. 1 more to go with. All right, those are confirmed. Last one. Okay, we are going to go ahead and throw the bash on that. Confirm that. And he is very dead.
Ugh. That was a long death.
Must have had Taco Bell that night.
All right, so now it's going to have us removing that enemy from the board, and then it also has us adding a new item token. Okay, go ahead and update. All right,
so it looks like I got movement left, and we're going to get ourselves in position. Go ahead, lads.
All right. So, fresh meat. He's going after Thorgar.
Right.
He's got nothing. No damage. So.
He doesn't know who he's messing with.
No.
Big whiff
Swing
there.
and a miss. All right, update the board. So he ended up moving over to there. Okay. All right, back to us. All right, I'm going to go with Shay. All right, I'm going to come down here real quick. I'm going to go and I'm going to take a look at that sack there. It's got some throwing knives. So I'm going to go ahead and loot those. All right, so that's going to have us updating the board, which is going to remove that token from that area. All right, and then I'll go back to actions. And there is a whole drop-down menu on here. So you have the different items that your character has and currently has equipped, as well as any items in their backpack. You also have your character with all of their powers and any effects or anything that they have, and any quests that you currently have or your main objectives for the quest you're currently on. All right, so from there, I'm going to move back. And I am going to go ahead and throw some daggers, or use my dagger to try to hit him. I do have 2 bonus actions, so I'm going to go ahead and use one of those. I get 2 dice. Couple good hits. All right, and I got 1 lightning bolt. He's got 1 there. Just in case he rolls extra, I'm just going to go ahead and use the lethal. Guarantee I do the 2 damage to him before he rolls. Let's see if it pays off. It did, because he would have had an armor and he had his other armor, so he would have blocked 2 points of damage. So that worked out. All right, so I do have another thing, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So this is acrobatic move. This says that I immediately move to one adjacent area, even if there are enemies in my area that would normally prevent you from moving. Until the time phase, you gain damage increase 1 status. All right, and then I choose an area to move to, so I'm going to move here. And I updated the board. Yep. Okay. And that is my turn. Bloodlust. All right, so now the enemy's activating. He's going after Thorgar. Oh.
Ooh, 1 guaranteed lethal.
Yeah, you got 2 defense.
All right. So again, lethal damage always passes through any shields or armor you have. All right, 2 shield.
Nice. You're going to stop the rest of the damage.
Yep. Thorgar says no. Not today, sir.
Yeah, he's holding strong. All right, so now it's back to the battle phase, and it's up to you for your next character.
All right. Let's bring in Icarus. Icarus. Icarus?
I think so, yeah. I'm terrible with names, so no promises.
All right, so we've got 3 movement, regular to swift. Let's go ahead and get him moved first. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to start with taunt. Make sure he stays with me a little bit. So apply the taunt status to the target. Taunt the hero who is inflicted. The taunt becomes the enemy's preferred target, bypassing any target rule. At the end of the enemy's turn, taunt is removed. Until the next time phase, gain +1 in armor. Armor automatically reduces damage received during combat. Can be reduced by pierce, and it's bypassed by lethal. We'll go ahead and use it. Now we're going to choose our target area using the target area selector. And we're going to go ahead and confirm.
Hey, hey, hey.
And we're going to go ahead and... He's only got 1 health left. We'll hit him with a shield.
Well, that's just for defense.
Oh, that is just defense, yeah. Alright, sword it is. And we'll use that. Confirming. And dice. Alright. So, I did get my special to go off as for an extra target, but there's no other extra target there to confirm on. So we're going to click it just to see what happens.
Oh, man. He was able to block it.
No bueno. And we'll continue. And that's it. He didn't get the extra target because there was no other target in the area. So it was kind of wasted, but we'll end that turn there.
Alright, so he's coming back at you for 2 and knocking you prone.
Proned.
Oof. Another critical. And blinded.
Wow.
Man.
He is having a bad day. All right. We're going to roll better. Not today.
Well, you got 1.
Yeah, that should be enough to defend it. Oh, it only registered 1.
There we go. Unblocked. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so updating the board. He is moving again. He likes running around there. Alright, that is that. Back to the battle phase. Alright, so it's over to me to finish it off with the sorceress. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move. And I'm going to go ahead and search this area. Alright, so with that, it is going to find the... I found the potion of speed, so it's going to have me removing that token. And then if I go into my items, now it shows me what the potion of speed is, which it says that this turn you can perform 1 extra bonus action and 1 extra combat activity. Alright, so I still have my main attack, so let's go ahead and do a magic blast and see if I can finish this guy off. Okay, choosing my target area, he's over here. Selecting him. And I do have the 1 bonus for the prone, so I'm going to knock him over. And then he's getting his roll.
Ooh, nice hit.
Finished him off. Alright, so it has me adding another treasure pile, and it's going to take him out. Alright. And that is everything for me, as I have no other actions left. That should finish the round off. Into round 3. Halfway there. All of our status effects have been removed. And it's over to us.
All right, Lance, do we lead back in with Thorgar, our star of the show?
Sure.
Or do we send the rogue in to sneak in as good as she did last time?
Well, she does have hide as well, so we might be able to get in there and see what's going on and then do that. You want to go with her?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right, so she's starting her turn. So I'm going to move in here.
The altar is of modest dimensions, made of marble and decorated with precious metals. Decades of dust have accumulated on it, but they do not diminish its dignity and sense of importance in the slightest. Beneath the thick layer of dust and cobwebs, you can see some precious items, probably offers left many years ago by the faithful. A vial full of colored liquid, a ring, and handfuls of shiny coins. remains.
Alright, so now it has me making a choice, and since my character didn't have either one of those special abilities, she wasn't able to detect anything beyond. So the choice is, this is still a holy place and deserves our respect. Leave the altar undisturbed and move away. Or these offers are clearly have been abandoned. Take the items for yourself. They could be useful. I do not like disturbing holy places.
You're a rogue, Lance.
I know.
A rogue.
I know, but I'm going to lean towards the side of good. I know.
You failed at rogue school, sir.
I'm a bad rogue. On the controller panel. All right. So, and there will be consequences to that, so we'll see how that happens and what happens with that. All right, so from there, I'm going to go ahead and check out this room. So moving that away.
Pews have been broken, and their remains have been amassed in a disorderly pile in the center of the room, impeding passage. Mysterious symbols have been drawn on the floor, delineating horrendous geometries brimming with arcane power. In the corner, a couple of gremlins sway rhythmically, lost in a trance. The air is fizzing with energy, and the mysterious voice speaking the words of the ritual seems to be very close, but is still hidden in the darkness.
All right, and it does give us information down here. So it says that the gremlins in the room are distracted by the ritual and receive the stunned status effect. All right, so now it's going to have us updating the board. So we're going to be placing the new tile out, and you are able to rotate the board for orientation if you need to. So we have a placeholder there, and then this is going to go like that. Okay, and then it does have us placing two gremlins out. So we'll have the green one down at the bottom and the blue one up in the corner. All right, and then we do also have, all right, so again, it's going to have us choose, or telling us which tiles to place. And I have a token here, so this space here costs 2 movement points to move into. And then it has me continuing. All right, and as you can see, I'm still on the altar, so I could go on there, and if I've changed my mind, I could activate that and go ahead and grab that stuff if I wanted to. I still have 2 movement points remaining. So, let's see here. Well, I don't want to get her too cut up, so I am going to go in there. And I'll go here.
The chanting increases in intensity, and suddenly flames explode around you. Magical symbols on the floor light up, burning with fire of an unnatural blue shade. In the far corner of the room, bathed in the delicious light, you can finally see your adversary. An orc covered in tattoos is performing the ritual, holding in one hand a staff decorated with bones, and in the other, the orb of Ortal Rock. The orc shaman looks at you with contempt, without interrupting his chanting. Next to him you see another orc, bigger and wielding an axe. The powerful warrior strikes his weapon against his shield twice as an act of challenge, and then raises his guard, ready to give his life to defend his master.
All right, so it's going to have us placing out some fire tokens in each one of the 4 cardinal spaces. And our final enemies, the orc shaman and his bodyguard, and the orc bruiser. All right, so it is still my rogue's turn. Go ahead and remove that from the board. All right, so I still have 1 action, and I still have 2 of the little bonus actions. So, and I'm actually here. And she's already taken some damage from the fire. So I think I'm going to throw some daggers. And I'm just going to do a regular one instead of using the focus. I'm going to choose my target zone. Going after the green goblin. Alright, so I got one, and there is a critical. So I knocked him prone from the crit. He's rolling, come on. Ah, he defended. But I knocked him prone at least, so. Alright. And then I definitely want to, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and hide. So I think that's probably better at this point. So she is going to be hidden. And we'll see if that pays off. Alright, so now the enemies are going to activate. So he is going to be moving.
Looks like he was trucking.
Yeah. Alright, so you're going to get your defense.
Alright. Another nice thing I want to point out, like, you don't have to just always roll on the open area. You can actually roll on the board itself, and it will count the die. Alright, 1 damage. Take a look at my status effects here real quick. So I am currently blinded. And of course, prone we've seen before. So I'm going to take a look at that.
Alright, so it's back into our turn. Let's go ahead and see where that orc ran off to, so we know where to place him on the board. Wow. Throwing axes, and he was able to throw them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away. That's an incredible. Interesting. So he's here.
Well, it's a boomerang axe.
Yeah, that's a serious truck there. He is a big guy. All right. So it is back to us. I went ahead and went first, so who do you want to activate?
Let's go ahead and bring up Icarus in, because he's already prone, so I'll have to probably use 1 action to stand him up. So I'll probably lose my Swift more than likely. So we are going to move to 1. We'll do our 3rd. Now I can't get any closer to him. So, oh, shield's on a cooldown. That was not the right call. So that looks like that's all I can do because I'm not in range.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're just going to turn to a giant meat shield for now.
All right, so now the enemies. All right, big boy's moving in. You're going to get your defense. So far, he's not swinging too hard. So
yeah, just 1 hit. I have 1 natural armor, so it's all just to do a little bit extra there, which, good thing I had the 1 armor.
All right, so it was a block there. And then does the other goblin get to go? Nope. All right, so just that one. All right. Well, let's go ahead and activate Thorgar. Let's get him on in there. All right. And the healing wounds actually has a range of 1, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I'm going to try to target the rogue. So confirm that. All right, so I got that off. So she got healed a little bit. And I could go for his Divine Smite, but that's got a cooldown of 4. I feel like the Shaman is the one that I really should probably hold on to that for. So let's go ahead and do the bash. Maybe we can knock the bruiser prone at least. The Orc Warrior. There's 2 good hits. And we got that. All right. So no extra effects there.
It's natural armor seemed to block it.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right. So that's all my turn. But at least I was able to get the healing off, so that's good.
Evil brim, the shaman shakes his bone-covered staff, and a stream of dark energy springs forth from the magical circle. It takes you a moment to realize what is happening. A shiver runs down your spine when you see the lifeless bodies of the two men you just defeated stand up and move with unsteady steps, like marionettes guided by a drunk puppeteer.
Well, that's not good.
Great. Now zombies.
So green is there and blue is back in the corner here. Okay. All right. So that adds them in there. All right, so then it's over to our sorceress to finish us off. All right, so let's go ahead and add a damage reduction onto the orc warrior. And then I could do ice shards. Yeah, let's try that. Good. All right, and I did get both of them, or wait, no, just one. Or I could do, so I could do Pierce 1, or I could do the stun. Because if I don't do that, I could do the stun.
Which means he won't attack next round.
I don't know what you think.
I don't know. I might go for the stun, because we got 3 in the area almost.
Okay.
Rogue's right next door.
Ugh.
He absorbs the damage, but he's still stunned.
Yeah. Enemies are holding strong. And then the question comes, do I move? Probably don't want to be standing there with a bunch of Nope. So that's a good example. So I chose this area, and it's telling me that it's an invalid move, as I'm already there. So I'm going to go here and there. I only have 1 movement point left, and I do not want to move into fire at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and end there. Elite Assault.
The shaman points the orb towards his champion. The runes carved on his staff start glowing with an orange light, while the orcish warrior screams a ferocious war cry. From the magical circle, a bolt of fire leaps towards the warrior and envelops him, forming a protective shield capable of incinerating his enemies.
That sounds pleasant.
I wanted to work on my tan. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, so it has blue moving up 1.
The chanting continues incessantly. You feel like an invisible, frigid gale passed through you and eroded away a fraction of your very souls.
All right, so Thorgar and Ariel both lost 1 health, and one of their powers at random gets a 2-point cooldown.
Suddenly, a soothing, warm light emanates from the altar. For a brief moment, you are sure there is a divine presence in the room with you. You immediately feel the comfort it brings you. And it's outrage directed at the monsters defiling this holy place.
So I stand corrected. The rogue was right to leave the altar alone.
All right. Oh, hidden. So blue just took 99 hit points of damage. And green. So it outright killed both of them. Splat. So that's really interesting because we did try this before this initial playthrough, and some of these things didn't happen. So that's really interesting that there are things that can trigger from one game to the next, and you're never quite sure what is around the corner. So that's really neat. All right, so both of those guys went down. We got 3 rounds remaining. All right, so even though our heroes took a little bit of damage, the altar paid off. All right, so we're back into the battle phase. We're choosing a hero. All right, I was the last to go.
Lance, I'm sorry I called you a bad rogue. I was clearly wrong. Okay, so let us see. I think Thorgar might be a good choice here.
Well, either that or we go with a paladin and hope that because we have dominance in that space, maybe we can do some serious damage to that orc at the moment.
We know Shay's hidden. If we bring in Shay, she might get some extra damage being hidden, and we have dominance in the area.
That's true. We could try that as well.
All right, let's give Shay a shot here.
Okay.
So I do want to activate. And let's take a look at...
So we have to move in.
Yeah, let's move in. All right, there we are. We've got some more opened up. So here's the one for the sneak attack, requirement hidden, which we're already done, or have area control by heroes. We have both. We'll do the weapon strike dagger with a possible critical 1 there. Let's select. We're going to use our extra for the focus.
Oh, yeah.
Because he needs to die. Oh, I deselected there. Thank you, Lance.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't read the rule book on this one either.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got 1. All right. So that's not too bad.
Okay. I guess it didn't identify 1.
Yeah, go ahead and reroll that.
Okay.
There we go.
There
All
we
right,
go.
so now we got some options here. So we have 2 bolts, and we get both of them. So we're going to get +1 damage and lethal times for 2. All right, let's see if we can do some stuff here. All right, so critical blinded, so it's causing him to be blinded. And then we're doing 2 damage automatically that goes past his armor. And then he's rolling, and he just keeps with those shields and fire. Whew.
I think he caught himself on fire.
Yeah, he ignited himself. And then he soaks the rest. So the lethal paid off for sure. That definitely helped out there. All right, so you do have 1 bonus action still. So you could do acrobatic move. Oh, you could do throw daggers. Try that.
Yeah. When in doubt, throw knives.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to use...
Choose target space.
Yeah, we're working on him.
Okay. Confirm. Get 2 dice. Nice.
There we go.
And you got 2, which is pretty much just that, which adds 2 more damage to it.
And we got the area dominance for an additional damage as well.
Yep. And he did not roll this time for it, so you're going to do at least 2 to him.
There we go.
Nice. Oof.
Ooh. Send on death's door.
Yep. All right, and that's all her stuff.
Yeah, I will never doubt your rogue again.
She chose wisely. All right, so... Oh boy. Sorcerer activated, used something. There was something there, reinforcements or something. All right, let's see, we can go check that real quick. All right, so he used reinforced barrier, restores his defense by 3. All right, so luckily we didn't hit him yet, but we do need to get over there and start hitting him at some point here. All right, so the orc's almost gone. Do we...
I think Thorgar's got that divine smite, which I think heals the area as well.
That's true. Yeah, and they've all taken a little bit of damage at this point, so it might not be a bad option to do that. I was kind of thinking of holding him and the paladin back, but I do think that might be a fair option since we're all in there at this point, and this is an opportunity that we can hopefully take this guy down. Sure. Let's go ahead and do it. All or nothing. Oh, that's a good start. I like that. All right. So I've got the bash and the star. I need 2 of them for that one. Okay.
Yep, and we'll get the extra damage for area dominance.
And this one lets us heal all our heroes. There we go. I was like, I wasn't sure where that was at. Okay, good. So that's fantastic. All right, no matter what he does here, I don't think he's going to stop all this.
No.
So he is toast. Heck yeah, that's a dead orc warrior. Ooh, yeah.
Well, the Kool-Aid man get here.
So he is out of here. He's going to drop 10 crowns. Party receives 2 soul points, and Thorgar picks up 10 crowns. All right, so I do still have 3 movement points, so I'm going to go ahead and go 2, and I'm going to go right on in there. All right. That's everything for him. So the dirty blows. All right, so he's moving on up. All right, she's going to get her defense.
All right. Uh-oh.
Well, that's not good.
Not good at all.
But we do have the one there, so she's still alive for the moment. All right, so she took 1. She's almost dead, but not 100% yet. Uh-oh. But she probably is now.
Yeah. Lance, you better roll this one. My last roll was not great.
All right. He didn't get anything, so that's good.
Oh. Of course, you get the easy roll.
I had 2 on that one. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, you're out. All right, so now it is back to us. All right, it's over to you.
All right, it's gremlin stopping time. Right. I think we're going to start with the Rose Strike, so all enemies in the area will be blinded. Start with that.
Okay.
All right. And then we'll come with our shield, or I'm sorry, sword. Okay. What about the green gremlin?
Nice.
Nope, got a special off.
And you get to pick an extra target.
Yes, and the extra damage.
And you get the extra damage. All right, now the enemies are going to roll. He busts there, so he's going to be out. Nice.
One hit a quitter.
Yeah. And he rolls. Oh, so close. You could have one-shotted both of them.
Oh, that would have been epic.
That would have been pretty cool. All right, 2 on him. That's all right, though. I'll take it. That's going to put him out. And the other one's there. Okay, so you still have 3 movement points, so I might move down with that orc shaman at this point.
All right, I like it. I'm on the way. All right, that's going to finish up my movement points.
Mm-hmm. All right, so he's still going after her. All right, no damage, though. He stole 5 crowns, but no damage.
Wow, I rolled wonderfully there.
Oh, you still got 1 die, it looks like.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh,
no, come on, it's right there.
Yeah, didn't quite read it. Nope, you gotta give it a full.
I think it's cheating.
Huh.
All right, let's try the other one.
Yep. It's being a little stubborn. It's just a prototype, though, so keep that in mind. There we go. All right, so now we're solid.
Confirm.
Got that. And... oh, yeah, we got some issues with the connectivity.
Movie magic.
Yep. All right, and we're back with solving that problem. All right, so let's see what happens here. All right, so battle phase, and it's right back to us. All right, so if I can finish off this last goblin here, that'd be fantastic. All right, so I could do... I'm almost just thinking about swinging at him with my staff, calling it good. So that gets me 2 dice. I think that's probably the best option. Do I use the focus? What else do I have for focus? I would love to use that damage reduction on him though. So I think I'll just do the regular use and see if I can get it. I just need to do 1 damage here. So let's see if we can get this. All right. So there's 1. And I get to spend 1, so I could do a bash and a +1 damage.
There we go. Oh,
so
wow.
I think I got him. He's rolling.
Yeah, best he's going to do is 1 defense.
Yeah. Splat.
Yeah, that's 1 dead gremlin.
All right, so it's going to have me removing his miniature. And we picked up some more crowns, it looks like. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and move. I could go in there. Oh, that's still cooling down. Oh, man. So all that and it didn't matter. Okay. Well, it'll be next turn for that. Now, where's she at health-wise? I'm at 5 of 6. Yep. Let's risk it and see what happens. That's dash is all I got left. I don't think there's any point in using that yet, so go ahead and end there. All right, let's see what happens here. So he's going, of course, he's going after her. Ooh. And adds fire. Ouch. All right. I get 1 die. And I defended, I think. Yep. All right, so I didn't take any extra damage, so that's good. Okay, so that's going to end the round. All right, we're down to 2 rounds here.
I believe in you, Lance. We can do this.
I hope so. All right, so it's over to us. Oh, Shay went down. She is a ghost. All right. I don't know. It's your turn. What do you think?
It's time to smash and trash.
Yeah.
All right, let's go in with Chorus. And let's see here. So I could run Taunt and then run Shield behind it and guarantee that he goes after me.
Yeah.
Leaves you 2 to go after it.
Well, either that or you do the Shield Bash to start us off, where you could knock him prone if you get a star.
And of course, if I hit 2 hits on him, I get a bleed effect, so he'll bleed every round.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd almost go straight damage. I mean, the taunt is good as well, and that way then you get a little bit of defense on top of that, and he won't go after our sorceress anymore. But yeah, I'd probably do, that would be my thought, would be the taunt and then the sword.
Well, I learned not to distrust you on the rogue, so I'm not going to distrust you on, on our fighter here either. So we'll go ahead and start with a taunt. And we'll go ahead and use. Choosing your area. Confirming.
Hey, hey.
Hi, buddy. And we'll go with our sword next. Confirming.
He's got a lot of defense.
All right. Big money here. Big money. All right. Well.
Oh, it didn't
Count
didn't
either
quite,
one of them.
Yeah, didn't quite read it. There we go. Okay. Oh, well, apparently didn't read that one either. Nope. Still
I'm okay with that one.
Having some issues.
I think it finally got that one.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So you could do the bleed 1.
Yeah, I think
the extra target isn't going to help you.
No, but I think getting the bleed up is a good thing.
Yeah, probably. We'll just do that to use the thing. All right, so he is bleeding at least, so that's a plus. And we do 1 damage to his shield, but then he gets his defense. Wow. All right, so we got through 1 point of shield.
And he's wasting his good rolls.
Yeah. So you got 3 movement.
I don't feel like moving anywhere.
Yeah, holding around.
Keep our area dominance.
Yep.
Oh, why did he come after you? I had taunt up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Well.
All right, so nothing else there. No, he definitely likes her. So the question is, do I go with her to get her out of there at this point? I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to hit him with the illusion. So he does a damage reduction. It's 1. Opponent stunned.
So stunning won't be able to attack, which will be nice.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and try that. Because he is pretty nasty. Maybe Thorgar could just wallop him then, if we get lucky. Alright, so that had him. He activated, he recovered from stun, and then... So he lost his turn, so that's a plus at least. Alright, so it's back to us.
I think it's time for Thorgar to turn him into some ogre paste.
That sounds good to me.
All right, activating Thorgar. And I think we're going to use Bless. Until time phase, target hero gains 2 damage increase. Use that. 10 target minutes. Then on Thorgar. And let's hit him with the old battle hammer. There we go. Some good damage on that.
All right, and then you got 1 more die.
All right. Big numbers, big numbers.
Nice. Awesome. All right, so then you do have 3 to spend, so you're going to get to bash and knock his butt prone. All right. So he does defend 2. He gets a roll. Ah, you stink.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
He shielded all of that.
Incredible. Tap the targeting miniature on the area where you would like to push.
Could put him in the fire.
We could. That's a tough one, though.
Or do we leave him where he's at?
I don't know if we have the option to. Let's see. Because I really don't want him out of there. Okay. Good. So we didn't have to knock him out of there.
Alright. And I'm not going to move either, so in turn.
All right, you get your defense.
All right. Looks like he just set me ablaze.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So I'll get 1 shield, 2 natural armor.
All right, so that's back over to us. Activate Shay.
I'm going to bring her in.
Yeah. All heroes in your area -1 on cooldown of all powers. All right, then I'm using the Soul Scream, targeting the area. And confirm.
All right. He really likes Aquarius now. All right, so 1 shield, 2 natural armor.
Nice. All right. That'll finish off her turn.
At its apex. An unspeakable amount of magical power has been accumulated, and there is only a handful of moments left until it is released with devastating consequences. You push through pain and fatigue, burning with renewed purpose. It's time to end this evil, once and for all.
Man. So it worked out again. Respected the altar. You push through the pain and fatigue, burning with renewed purpose. It's time to end this evil once and for all. All heroes recover 2 health, and all of their powers are shifted 2 points down on the cooldown track. Holy smokes.
I will never doubt your rogue again, Lance. Never.
Whew. All right. So it's having us update the board. All right, so she's coming back in that spot there. So we're going to have to hightail her down and hopefully get some stuff going on. All right, this is final round, I think. All right. What do you think?
Well, I mean, we talked about getting the rogue in there. Full health.
I probably wouldn't bring her in just yet.
She's at least got those throwing knives.
Yeah, I'm just... With our cooldown now, that should have opened up Thorgar with his big power attack. And then if we can kick on his blessing of +2, that could really do some serious hurt. Because my concern is if we bring the rogue in right away, until we get the paladin's taunt up again, he's probably just going to pound on her.
Yeah.
So that's my thought.
So you want to run
either
Karis?
Probably one of the big ones, I would say. What do you think?
You want to get Karis up with a taunt?
I mean, that might be a good defense option for him. You want to do that? What do you think?
Yeah, I think, a Karis with a taunt.
Okay.
Run him with a shield or run him with damage.
I mean, this is our last round, so
I guess
that's problematic too. I mean, I can definitely see it working. Like, it would be potentially good both ways.
Or I could shield bash, hope for a point or two, and then hope for the sword. So basically 2 attacks in 1 round.
I mean, I think the taunt is super helpful for us.
Okay, we'll run the taunt. Confirm.
Hey,
buddy. It's not. All right, 2 dice. Oh, good one in there. And we have area dominance. Of course he rolls a shield.
Well, he had his shields back up, but so at least you ate through those.
Yeah, and I get 1 damage through, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, he shielded it.
And he's at half health, so we've been able to do some. I think the bleeding helped big time.
Yeah.
So that's good. And now all of his regular magic defense is down.
Okay, we'll end the turn on the Karis.
So as long as he can't get his magic defenses back up.
Right, 1 with burning. So the armor will naturally shield that.
Okay.
Good there.
So he blocked it. All right, battle phase. So I'm thinking going with him. The question is, well, let's go with him and see what he's got. So his Divine Smite is available.
Which will be good because it'll heal up Akaris.
Yeah. The question is, do we go all in on his hit, or do we... Oh, it's only got a range of 1, so she's too far away. So that answers that question. Because otherwise I can bless him to increase his damage by 2, or I could go with the healing wounds. But I feel like if we can just get him out of there, none of that will matter. So betting it all on the farm here. All right. There's 2. It's 2 good hits. I get 1 more die.
There we go.
All right, so I've got 2. So I can knock him prone. Definitely want to do that. And I've got 1 star, so all heroes are going to be healed for 1. Ooh, wait a minute. Heroes in your area are -1 on all their used powers. I rolled a lot of stars. All right. So now it's up to him. He's got 2. I think we've got him.
Yeah. Yeah.
3, just enough.
Just enough. Ooh.
Drops to the ground, and the circle of flames extinguishes with the last purple flash. The blinding light knocks you out. When you regain your senses, not knowing if after mere moments or long hours, you are alone with the ritual. Your enemies lie dead on the ground, and you do not hear any noise echoing in the catacombs, except your own steps. You recover Otelrock's orb, and, exhausted but victorious, start walking to get back to Marcus. The threat to the city was averted, and its inhabitants can rest easily. For now.
Okay. The quest has been complete. Wow. Final round.
Yeah, down to the wire, Lance.
Yeah, that was tight. That was really, really tight.
Worried there.
I didn't know if we were going to get through that. He had a lot of defense. Man.
Yeah, that was a lot to burn through that final round.
Yeah, that was rough. Well, that came right down to the wire. It was the last turn, and the cleric was able to put his hammer down and take care of that orc shaman for us and finish off the game. It was an exciting one, and I hope you found the video helpful in determining whether or not this is one you want to back on Gamefound. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please post those in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Or swing by the Gamefound page and drop questions in the comment section. I'm sure the creators would love to hear from you and are more than happy to answer any questions you have. Until next time, I'll see you later.